Hey motherfuckers, it's Nice Guy. Just want to talk a little bit about Black Ops 3 and why I think that it's going to be the best COD game since, well, this one. And not because, the other two games sucked, but because it's genuinely a good game based off the beta. I mean, not that Ghost sucked. It was a good solid game, but it just didn't have, that catch, that hook, that fun factor like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3 before it, where MW3 had the specialist, and Black Ops 2 you could cycle your score streaks and keep going, up until you got the nuclear. It just, it's addicting. Call of Duty Ghost and Advanced Warfare especially, they just don't have that addiction factor that makes you want to keep playing. And I know a lot of people agree. I'm not the only one, so based off the beta, it just seems like the game is really going back to its roots. You gotta kind of really just throw away any predisposition you have on the game based off video clips. I know the wall running has turned a lot of people away. The boost jumping is back from AW. It's different now. It's a little bit better and more well implemented, but it's still there. And it actually works really well. But and yeah, that's coming from a Call of Duty traditionalist such as myself. I'll be the first to admit, when I first saw that original trailer that came out, I think it was like last year's E3, and I was not happy. I was not looking forward to this game. You had the wall running. You had the return of the Remington. I think it was like the first online gameplay clip they had was with a fucking Remington. You had parts that included underwater, which is never ever good in games. Usually just amounts to camping and excessive hiding. And there was just nothing that really looked exciting. It looked like Advanced Warfare 2.0, It had actually looked like DLC for that game, which is a pretty dismal thought. But all in all, the game is pretty balanced. When you shoot somebody, they die, or at least after they uploaded the second servers, the dedicated servers. The crispness and the accuracy of the guns was just perfect. There were very few times when I felt cheated, or when I felt that it wasn't my fault when I died. I just think the SMGs need to be bumped up a little bit at medium range. That's because I'm biased. I'm an SMG player, as you can see in this video, I'm sure. But there were very few snipers. There were no assholes running around, jumping all over the place, quick scoping and feeding and doing all this gay ass bullshit that we're all sick and tired of. We all got tired of 3 years ago. Looks like the quick scopers are gonna have to settle for ruining Black Ops 2 for another year until the next COD comes out. That is unless Treyarch gives in to the incessant whining and death threats these faggots, I'm sure, are sending their way. I'm sure they are gonna buff the snipers a little bit, just because there's so many quick scoping people. I just can't see them leaving that out of the game entirely. And if you remember, back in the beginning of this game, the quick scoping was pretty bad. Nobody, until they really figured out how to pull it off and how to, make that transition from MW3 to Black Ops 2. There really weren't many quick scopers, so who knows? Maybe they will be knocking us off of score streaks in Black Ops 3. I don't think it's going to be as easy. It actually looks like it's going to take a little bit of skill this time around, especially with players dashing and jumping and swimming and wall running and all, this and that. It's going to be a little bit harder to quickscope. This time around, everybody and their mom won't be able to do it. In this game, everybody has the ability to select a class. And basically, you select a character in the game, and they have a special, unique power that's exclusive to them and only them. And I mean, I like the idea, but I think that it is a little bit far-fetched. Some of the powers that they have are ridiculous. They're easy kills. Like, I think I was using this chick with a grenade launcher, and I don't know. I forget if you had to get kills to earn it, or it just kind of you earn it over time. but whatever the case may be, it was really easy to get this shit. And, you know, they were just really, really easy, cheap kills, you know? Knocked me off a shit ton of streaks. And I don't know, it's just kind of bullshit. I can't tell you how much fun it was, you know, just to have streaks that actually do something and get you kills. You know, the orbital is back. It doesn't last as long as in this game. I think it lasts like 15 seconds less. You got the lightning strike in the game, the hellstorm, the stealth chopper. Basically, there's a canine unit, but it's not dogs; it's robots, and they're destructible. I don't really know what I think there was a big Lodestar, no, a big VTOL warship kind of thing. That was the highest score streak in the beta, but I actually think there's going to be a higher score streak in the game because there was like one empty box there. The maps were pretty good, pretty standard Call of Duty fare. There's nothing really outstanding about the map design, but you know, they serve their purpose. You had the big map, the small map, the medium map. They were well balanced. The spawn algorithm complements the maps really well, so you don't really find yourself getting spawn trapped or bullshitted or frustrated or, you know, I never really wanted to rage quit any games, which is pretty impressive for me. There's always multiple ways in and out of the spawn points. So, you know, if you know there's a guy waiting for you to the right, then you go to the left, or you go beneath, or you go over, you know. It's not overdone like Advanced Warfare where, you know, it was like anything goes. There were dudes just fucking zipping around all over the fucking place. You never knew where anybody was coming. They were up, down, left, right. It was fucking retarded. You know, the pace of this game is slower. So it's about this. I think it's a little bit slower than Black Ops 2 actually. It's an easier game to play due to the slower pace and the fact that the game doesn't cheat you out of kills that you deserve over and over again. The guns actually work when they should, and you're not constantly getting fucked by quickscopers and shotgun users and everything else under the fucking sun. You know, the only thing that could really ruin this game at this point, you know, so close to release, is you know, post game patches based off user feedback. You know, feedback from the wrong people. You know, all your phase kids that, you know, want the quickscoping to be buffed. Players that think they should make, you know, the black hat more powerful, like it was in the first portion of the beta, where your score streaks could be, you know, could be hacked in an instant, which was total bullshit, you know, because you know, I work hard for my shit, and I don't think some kid camping in a corner with a black hat should be able to take down my VSAT in 3 seconds. I just don't think that that's fair or fun. But it's really important that, you know, people like us, you know, that we give our feedback and we tell them what we think and how the game should be, because, you know, that there's definitely those little nerds out there that are trying to get the game that they want to have and not necessarily the game that we should have. So just be sure to make your voices heard. Speak now or forever hold your peace. One last thing that I wanted to toss out there was just letting you guys know not to worry about the wall running and boost jumping. It actually works really, really well in this game. It's almost as if Treyarch used AW as some kind of an experiment, and then they looked at their feedback and they looked at what the people want, and they decided to kind of take it down a notch. These features don't dominate the game. Running on the wall actually puts you at a disadvantage, and it's mainly used just for navigating the map. Usually there'll be there'll be two ways around the map. One, you can run or climb, and then the other will be your wall running. You'll kind of, you know, try to ambush your enemies using that feature. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Give it a chance, and don't judge until you try it. This is actually going to be the game that AW should have been.
How is your connection quality to this map?
That's just my 2 cents, fellas. Peace.
Thank you for your participation, is what it's saying. I'm going to say pretty good, because I was host.